We make our way through bucolic countryside and the mortar shells to the besieged city of Donetsk, which once had 1 million people, and is now a ghost town. Donetsk, Ukraine. There is always something unsettling about being in a car heading in a direction everyone else is fleeing, but at least this afternoon there was the heartening sight of luminous fields full of sunflowers to raise our spirits as we tried to find a way into the encircled, besieged city of Donetsk. If you want to go ahead, that's up to you, a sunburned Ukrainian government soldier manning a checkpoint told us with a roguish smile that suggested he'd be amused watching what happened. We were standing on the H-15 road in the Petrovsky district on the western, rural edge of the city. Several Soviet-era BMD-1 armored vehicles were dug in and a T-84 tank was maneuvering in a field. As if the soldier had arranged it, there was the plop of a mortar shell being fired, followed seconds later by a thud as we all scuttled for cover. Dusted down, another soldier held up his right hand to indicate that was the 5th mortar round to have been unleashed nearby in the past half an hour. We weren't getting in that way apparently. We had had no luck either 30 miles or so further north at Pervmaysk, where militiamen with the Dnipro Volunteer Battalion refused to allow us to travel any further towards Donetsk because of fighting in the village of Pisky, which has seen regular clashes since mid-July. "Aren't you worried about rebels taking you hostage?" a bearded soldier asked as he searched our car. When we were unable to reach his commander further down the road on a cell phone, the unit had no radio communications, we moved on. As we pirouetted around Donetsk testing access routes while avoiding firefights or mortar volleys, at times we had to pinch ourselves, passing through hard-scrabble villages and rural scenes that could have walked straight out of a pastoral canvas by the 19th century poet and artist Taras Shevchenko, if it weren't for the electric pylons and battered parked cars. Chained cows and goats munched at roadside grass, lovers walked hand in hand and children ignored the 93-degree, 34°C, heat to lark around. They stared as we bounced along outrageously potholed roads. Women worked on their front yards full of the riotous colors of wildflowers. On busier roads, elderly, scarved women sat by piles of potatoes and onions hoping forlornly for a sale.